You were handsome, you were intelligent. I had a crush on you. Yeah, and now it's gone, just like it was with Patrick Stewart, because you're a fucking idiot to promote these yard sharks that are ripping the faces off of children every fucking day.
We all know at this point that canine aversion is nothing more than a lying, fear-mongering, mentally unstable crybaby with a history of wanting to kill dogs on numerous occasions. But in today's video, I'm going to be exposing and exploring one of canine aversion's favourite tactics to silence other people's views and opinions. Today, we're going to be looking at the emotional manipulation tactics of canine aversion, as we explore one of her latest videos where she decides to go after vsauce. As defined, emotional manipulation, also a form of psychological manipulation, is described as a type of social influence that aims to change the behaviour of others through indirect, deceptive, or underhanded tactics. Usually people would try to psychologically manipulate people through devious, deceptive, or even abusive ways. This is something which canine aversion tends to do quite a lot in her videos, as she knows that this kind of tactic is beneficial in not only manipulating the most vulnerable of her fanbase, but is useful in painting negative pictures of people who criticise her, so that her fanbase don't take their criticism seriously. Because who cares about presenting facts and statistics when you got a fan base who will refuse to acknowledge any of it if you use enough sympathy to make them form unfair generalizations about other people? Canine aversion's use of emotional and psychological manipulation is used in many different videos that she tends to make. From exploiting people's suffering in anti-pitbull videos for her own personal gains, from targeting her own friends and publicly shaming them online. But what was worse about her second video was that she even tried a little bit of blackmail. Pretty much she was trying to blackmail her friend into saying, I will unblock you, I will consider being friends with you again, but you had to agree with everything that I believe, without question, and if you disagree, I will block you again.
If one day you wake up and you come to your senses and you are able to see these bred for blood sport mutants for what they are, they were bred to attack without warning. They were bred to be efficient killers. If that day comes, contact me, leave a message under one of my videos or something, and I'll unblock you.
And as we have seen before in previous videos, this isn't the only occasion. She has turned on friends before because of different viewpoints about dogs, and even her own followers simply for talking to me. This is what canine aversion does. She makes you feel guilty and makes you feel like the bad person for not having the same views about something or having a different opinion which is completely harmless, which triggers her. From claiming that we were the reason she stopped her Q&A video even when no one gave a shit about it in the first place. She made this entire video trying to discredit everybody who was criticizing her because she doesn't want her fanbase to have an open mind about criticism towards her videos. She targeted E3, claiming that John B had blood on his hands. And she made an entire video going on about how Patrick Stewart broke her heart. And why is that? Because he owned a dog. In fact, she has openly admitted to harassing him on Twitter about dogs because she can't handle the fact that a celebrity with millions of fans doesn't care about what she thinks. But with canine aversion, she always uses the same kinds of arguments, starting off with her main argument and attempt of emotional manipulation. You have blood on your hands. Everyone who has done or said something that she doesn't like or has criticised her in any shape or form, she has made this argument that you have blood on your hands, and how we are connected and contributing to pitbull attacks on people, especially children. An argument which can't be proven and is just highly ridiculous in general. Just because I display a different opinion regarding your views on pitbulls doesn't mean that suddenly I should be held accountable for overall pitbull attacks. My views and opinions do not encourage a dog to attack. Neither does it tell an owner that they should allow these attacks to happen. When we argue and display evidence to why banning and killing pit bulls is not the answer, because, I'm sorry to tell you love, but there is a lot of evidence out there which suggests why banning pit bulls never works, that does not mean we have blood on our hands because we display a different opinion, and we are not contributing to pit bull attacks because we display a different opinion. But the truth is, it actually displays that you don't care yourself about stopping these attacks, due to the overwhelming evidence that talks about how pitbull bans do not work. Areas which have carried out pitbull bans have yet to display any positive results from the bans. In fact, data shows that these bans have had no effect on lowering dog attack numbers in general and lowering the risk of a dog attack. Breed bans do not tackle the main contributors to dog attacks being owner responsibility and bad owners. As displayed by statistics from all collected and reported dog bite related injuries, owners' lack of responsibility makes up the highest percentages of all attacks. Neither are they necessary and fair due to how there is no comprehensive studies when it comes to dog bite demographics and how data collected regarding breeds and dog attacks tend to be unreliable. This is due to changes in breed popularity over time, making comparisons of breed-specific bite rates unreliable, and how the number of dogs of a particular breed or combination of breeds in a community is not known because it is rare for all dogs in a community to be licensed. This is why the Centre of Disease Control stopped tracking dogs when looking into dog bite related injuries and breed identification due to how there was an 84% fail rate in breed identification. These are facts presented by experts, but yet Canine Aversion will always do the same thing. If you don't agree with her, you got blood on your hands. If you don't agree with her, you don't care about dog bite victims. But yet the argument that we are contributing to pitbull attacks and that we should be held accountable for pitbull attacks because of a different opinion that she doesn't like is just highly ridiculous. Another argument that she tends to make in an attempt of emotional manipulation is the argument that you don't care about dog bite victims. It's another attempt of manipulation to make us feel like shit for not agreeing with their ideologies, when in reality, we call for strict ownership guidelines and call for strict laws and punishments when attacks occur. We also call for background checks on owners who want to own certain breeds due to how some breeds, due to their history, require different kinds of training. We also call for education about dog behaviour and dog attacks, and it is because of these preventional methods and because of these strong training methods. This is why dog attacks are rare, with only 2% of attacks occurring in the United States and 81% of that 2% causing no injury or minor injury which requires no medical attention. Because the truth is, only 0.3% of all dog bite related injuries end up being serious cases that requires reconstructive surgery and so on. And the truth is, as studies and statistics have shown, statistics which even dogbite.org support, dog attacks have decreased in the last decade, and the frequency of attacks on children have declined. We didn't need to ban and kill any dogs to do that. As pointed out by both the Centre of Disease Control and World Health, these methods which we support but dog haters call crazy and deluded are recommended and supported due to their positive impact on lowering the risk. So tell me, Canine Aversion, where is your evidence that banning and killing all dogs would work? Because the truth is, these arguments are thrown out by Canine Aversion only when she feels the need to manipulate people. Hence bringing us onto her new ridiculous video about vsauce. Canine Aversion's vsauce video is pretty much the same concept of her Patrick Stewart video, but slightly more pathetic. Basically, on his Minefield series, vsauce carried out an experiment when talking about destruction and urges when he got a bunch of people to pop bubble wrap while looking at certain images. It started off with landscapes and then moved on to looking at pictures of dogs and puppies. This pissed off Canine Aversion right off the bat. But then, she goes right off the rails and dives into a pathetic temper tantrum due to one picture in particular.
The worst part of it, that really burned my ass, was that there was an image. Well, I'll just let you guys see for yourself. Is this or is this not a fully grown shit bull? This is no fucking puppy. This is a fully grown yard shark, and it is being portrayed as cute and innocent and adorable. Oh, well, that's it. I'm not watching vsauce anymore, and I would have commented, but comments are disabled. I'm done. I'm boycotting Michael Stevens. And you know what? I really, really liked you, Michael Stevens. I loved your brain. Your eyes were dreamy. You were handsome. You were intelligent. I had a crush on you. Yeah, and now it's gone, just like it was with Patrick Stewart, because you're a fucking idiot to promote these yard sharks that are ripping the faces off of children every fucking day. Why is the shit bull or pit bull type dogs, why are they placed in everything now? Is it Michael's choice to place the pit bull in there? Or is it the higher up? Like, how does this work? Who has the power here? Who is controlling all this? Who's pulling these strings? There is a dark, sinister agenda. Fuck you, Michael Stevens. You've got blood on your hands, just like Patrick Stewart.
Oh my god, someone pulled the dildo out of her fanny already. I mean, seriously? Oh, I thought you were handsome. But then you showed a picture of a dog. And now I hate you, you're an ugly troll, blah blah bloody blah. You don't even need to own a dog, you just need to show a picture of a dog and then suddenly you're her worst enemy. Another pathetic attempt to emotionally manipulate Vsauce into feeling like a bad person for doing nothing wrong. Showing a picture of a dog does not promote dog attacks. Neither does it promote the idea that all dogs are safe, because of course, if an owner lacks responsibility and falls into the factors that trigger a dog attack, they are increasing the risk of it occurring. But the fact that you are pushing your fear-mongering into a video that has nothing to do with pit bulls or dogs in general shows me that you have become so obsessed with what other people think, even when it's not harming anyone. You want to make them feel like monsters because they don't connect with you. How does this contribute to anything? Or are you just trying to make him feel like a bad person? Because now that you've discovered that he's not a dog hater, oh, I hate him now. So what if Vsauce isn't a dog hater? Who cares? His intelligence and his appearance is not going to be affected by whether he likes dogs or not. And here's another truth bomb for you, and I'm sorry I'm having to say this, but you really need to wake up and smell the coffee. He's not going to give a shit if you don't like him anymore. Because if you were as loyal as a fan as you claim to be, you wouldn't be ranting about a picture which doesn't have any effect on dog bite related injuries. At this point, Canine Aversion is too far gone. There is no debating and arguing with this individual due to how ignorant and manipulative she is. But yet, I want to make an offer. And I will stand by this offer. If Canine Aversion, or anyone from her fanbase can make a video on why I'm wrong about dogs, and why I'm wrong about Canine Aversion, then you know what? I will remove every single video that I have made about her. Sounds fair, right? So thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any opinions, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and now I'm flying.